Hi guys, and welcome to the first editor done on FIFA 15. I know it's a bit of a momentous occasion. And we're going to start off with Juan Sebastian Veron. All of these suggestions, by the way, were suggested by a YouTuber called Messi is the Best. So I thought I'd put them on as one quick video. Hopefully, I don't know how quick it'll be. I might split it into two, depending on how long I take, because I tend to talk a lot. But the only speciality he has here, actually, I've just noticed, is playmaker, which is a bit harsh. Just noticed. But I can't remember much about Veron, so don't hate me, okay? I can't remember much about him. I remember he was a really good player, but he never quite made it at Manchester United. Well, it's not that he didn't make it, he just didn't, you know, he wasn't as good as he could have been at Manchester United. But I think he was a defensive midfielder. He's rated 85, which is still pretty decent, to be fair. And as you can see from there, he's very well balanced in his mental and physical attributes. And I don't think he was slow. He was when he got older, but he wasn't when he was at his peak, if you know what I mean. And as you can see from his skill stats there, he's well rounded as well. There isn't actually anything that is 70 or less on any of his stats apart from his goalkeeping, but you know, who cares. He didn't score many goals, I do believe. However, if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments, but don't hurt my feelings. But he was had very good ball control. I think he was decent at free kicks. I can't quite remember. His penalties, there wasn't really much that Veron couldn't do, to be fair. He was a beast of a player. He was a beast, but that's Veron, and he's 27. He's more than 27, of course. But he's 6'1", and he's got 5-star skill moves for whatever reason. Don't know why. But I did think he 5-star weak foot because he could have used his left or his right foot. I wouldn't have given him 5-star skill moves, but because his ball control is 89, it automatically puts his skill moves to 5. So that's why he's got 5-star skill moves. I would have said possibly 3, maybe 4. Next one we're doing is Nesta, the Italian centre-back beast. He was one of my favourite players, Nesta. He was such a good, as you can see, special as complete defender, strength, tactician, and tackling. And if you go into this here, you can see he wasn't the quickest Nesta, but he wasn't by any means slow. He was, however, a tank. He was strong. Interceptions were excellent, as you'd expect from an Italian defender. Ball control was decent for a centre half, but coming forward and shooting wise, he didn't score many goals. He wasn't very good. He was good in the air, but finishing wise, he was pretty poor. But defensively, like marking 93, slide tackle 92, stand tackle 95. I don't really think anyone would complain about that for Nesta because he was a beast. And he was 6'2", and I don't know how heavy he was, so I thought 189 pounds seems about right. I'll move to the other centre back position, and it's Lucio, the Brazilian man. He, in his prime, I don't know if you guys know this, but he scored a hell of a lot of goals, which I just found out because I had to search on YouTube to find out how good he was so I could rate him at his shooting. So yeah, look at this here, we've got aerial threat, tackling, tactician, strength, complete defender. You look at here, he was a bit more physically well-rounded than Nesta was. Well, just by that I mean he was quicker. He wasn't quite as strong, or that, but he was very aggressive, I remember that about him. He wasn't slow. That's why his sprint speed is 83, his reactions were really good, 89, and he was quite strong, so that's why he's got 90. Ball control 83, because I didn't realise this either, but when he was younger anyway, he would take the ball and dribble past players from the defence, like David Luiz tries to do, only he done it much better, Lucio. And his marking was good, his long shots were actually pretty decent, but his shot power, by the way, was off the charts. I did have a feeling he scored a few free kicks, I must admit, and I went and looked at his Lucio goals, what I searched for on YouTube, and you see that he did actually score a few free kicks. He didn't get much curve on them, but it was just pure power. And as you can see, his defensive stats there as well, nothing to complain about really. Slide tackle, stand tackle, very good, as you'd expect from a defender. And yeah, that's that. So let's move on to the two players that you really want to see in this one. Frank Lampard. Now, because he actually already exists, I couldn't change his skill moves or anything like. Well, I could change. No, I couldn't change his skill moves. I could change his weak foot, but I thought 4 stars was about right. Maybe 5 stars to be fair, because he scores plenty of goals with his left foot. Because I would have said possibly 4-star skill moves. That could be a bit generous, to be fair. As you can see, he's a complete midfielder, clinical finisher, distance shooter, playmaker, and poacher. So he could play. I would have played him as centre forward, to be honest. I think in midfield he does score a lot of goals from midfield, but if you play him as centre forward, think of how many more goals he would have scored. But here we are. He was reasonably aggressive. He wasn't exactly the best defensively. He wasn't poor. He wasn't the best defensively. But you can see here he wasn't quick, I don't believe, but he wasn't exactly slow. He was reasonably strong, but his reactions are 89 as you'd expect because he scores so many goals, just poaching away. But this is what you want to see from Frank Lampard. Ball control 87, curve 87, dribbling 80. Some people might say that's a bit harsh, but he didn't dribble through players. He had good ball control, and like he never like what's the one for? He would never take on a defender. I don't think he'd pass and then like shoot. You know what I mean? He's more of like a two-touch player, is what I would describe him as, because he would take one touch to control it and then second touch to shoot or pass. If you know what I mean by that. But his long shots are 87, his shot power is 90, volley is 90, and you see his tackle in there 66 and 67, because he wasn't bad at it, but he wasn't anything spectacular. And now here we are, the main man in his prime. I think you'll find he was rated 92 as far as I'm concerned. His skill moves were already at 5 stars, and I moved his weight field to 5 stars because Ronaldinho, it was the man. Let's face it, everyone looked up to Ronaldinho. He was such a great player. Now let's go through his specialities that I've given him here: as dribbler, playmaker, crosser, free kick specialist, acrobat, and complete midfielder. Yes, complete. And if you remember as well, when he was in his pace, he was actually really quick. When he was in his prime, sorry, not in his pace. When he was in his prime, he was really quick. He would dribble past players left, right, and centre, and it wouldn't even phase him. He was so good. I don't think he had the best sprint speed, but he wasn't slow, so that's why I've given him 84. But his acceleration was the thing that took him past players. And he was reasonably strong, and he had great balance as you'd expect, so that's why he got 87 for that. But his ball control 98 and dribbling 98, because there wasn't much he couldn't do with the ball. Let's face it, when the ball was at his feet, he would take it past players left, right and centre, and he wouldn't even be phased by it, if you know what I mean. It's defensively poor, as you'd expect from an attacking midfielder, but his volley is 91, shot power 85, short pass 94. I can't remember what his vision is. His vision was 92. He was a playmaker, free kicks 90, curve 90, and yeah, that's how I would rate these players. Obviously they're playing for United because everybody wants to play for Dun United. But yeah, let me know how you think how you would rate players, and if you've got any queries type things, like how could you only rate, for example, Veron 85. I only rated Veron 85 because I didn't realise he was rated 85, because I think that's a bit stingy. I think I've been a bit harsh with Veron, and possibly Lampard as well. But 87 rated for Lampard. I don't think he would be any higher than 87. I've got to say, that's just my opinion, but I don't think he would have been any higher than 87. Ronaldinho, you can maybe say he was 93 on a par with Messi, but I wasn't sure with that. And I think it's very harsh how Ronaldo's only rated 92. But there you go. Off topic now. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of that one. But yeah, thanks for watching. I've been your host, T99 Gaming, and feel free to suggest any more for me to do in the comments section below. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video.